Hello, welcome back everyone, and Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as Vaedren here, my agent, on the world of Manaan. We are here at the hidden Imperial base, and yeah, where we last left off, we were helping a commander serving Darth Zarion in conducting culto operations while trying to maintain cover without the Selkath or the Republic knowing of our continued operation. Their focus, of course, will be on Darth Krovos and her more militaristic approach. We do have a few bits of mail. Oh, perfect. These are all from our events here on Manaan. Darth Zarion himself. Your extensive success on Manaan has conveyed to me with enthusiastic detail by Commander Crook. It pleases me that although our goals may not always be in perfect alignment, our combined efforts are directed towards this one critical objective. Darth Krovos, unfortunately, wasted precious time and many valuable resources on her all but fruitless attempt to hold Manaan. I do respect Krovos immensely, which is why I have not openly leveled my criticisms towards her in front of the other members of the Dark Council. We've had updates from Commander Rook. Oh, and this'll be the isolationists sharing their information. There are serious talks between Manaan and the Galactic Republic. It seems that a more courteous offer of protection is no longer sufficient for the Selkath leaders. And then we have an obstacle or an opportunity. And here is a colleague of Shaklos, the smuggler. Oh, so there's another associate of this merchants association. Smugglers. Is wondering about the whereabouts of their missing companion, who they knew was gonna approach the Imperials. And of course this is the Selkath captain, who seemed to be put in a awkward position by his own leadership. He actually made it to Carrick Station. I'm sure a recruiter will have a lot of questions for how I ended up here. I'm assuming you don't want credit for this. Happy to hear it. Very well, I believe it's now our time to look into what Malgus may be up to have a discussion with our Alliance leaders once again.
Kira, are you alright?
Honestly, I'm not great.
I see. Then it is fortunate I came along.
I think so too. This feeling gets worse the closer we get to Elam.
Everything about Elam is unpredictable. Will you two be alright?
What Kira is experiencing is unusual, but there's no cause for worry. Not yet, at least.
Besides, we really shouldn't pass up a chance to figure out what's happening with us. When you came back from Elam, Scourge and I both got this weird feeling, like we just uncovered a memory. It's unclear, but familiar. Like a dream.
I tried to help Kira and Scourge clarify the details of what they sensed, to bring their feelings into focus. But my guidance could only do so much. We all agreed that further exploration was necessary. Scourge traveled to a place I'm unfamiliar with. There are ruins there that he suspects may have a connection to Darth Nul.
I wish the big guy was here. I can't remember the last time I did something like this without him.
It is for the best. Your paths will join again, though you must walk alone for now. My hope is that being in the presence of this fortress on Elam will make sense of the strange feelings you are having.
And whatever these feelings are, if they have something to do with Darth Nul, then maybe they could help you figure out what Malgus was trying to do. Guess we're about to find out, one way or another. The hand of the Empire's recovery team should have plenty to tell us.
Before we discuss anything else, it would be best if Kira and I familiarized ourselves with this place.
We'll meet you at the camp after we look around for a bit. I promise we won't break anything.
Well, what are we gonna do in the meantime then? Looks like the Imperials have certainly set up camp here. Looks like oh, maybe they did manage to get inside the temple. Very well. Oh, they did actually find another relic. Oh, very interesting. Oh! Back at it, I see.
Talos.
Hello again. I am beyond honored to see your interest in our progress. This has certainly been one of the most intriguing expeditions I've ever participated in, even after all my time in the Reclamation Service. And working with Colonel Gola has been a truly enlightening experience.
What did you find in the ruins?
Oh, many remarkable things, but some not as unfamiliar as I expected. Believe it or not, this fortress may not have been as isolated as we first believed. Sifting through the wreckage, I've uncovered several artifacts that bear striking similarities to relics discovered on previous archaeological digs, on worlds far from this one. Once the relics here are thoroughly documented, I will conduct a full investigation into these connections. Perhaps you could provide a map that identifies other locations Malgus targeted. Oh, I shudder to think what other priceless sites he may have ransacked if you hadn't stopped him.
Malgus may be imprisoned, but we can't be complacent.
I completely agree. If you are so inclined, I would encourage you to examine some of the relics for yourself. You'll find them around the camp. Even the uninitiated can feel the power radiating off of them, but I do ask that you use caution when handling them. Do let me know if I can be of any further assistance.
Very well. Examine the various relics. You have another of these obelisks. You scan the relic and find a complicated tangle of directional outputs. The design might become clearer if you had more data to cross-reference. We have what looks like a holocron. This relic vibrates with unseen energy. The relic bears a striking resemblance to artifacts in the Dark Temple on Dromund Kaas. Although there is something familiar about this relic, you can't quite determine its purpose. Ah, this looks like one of the tablets on Voss. Just much larger. I wonder if the writing can be translated. This large relic appears to have been thrown from the ruin of the fortress. The relic is unfamiliar, but the whorls and bands across its surface remind you of artifacts you once again saw on the Dark Temple. You examine the artifact along its edges, and you see what appear to be circuit tracings. Their purpose is unclear. Circuit tracings. Oh. Colonel Golar and Darth Revix.
A pleasure to see you again. It's been quite some time since the incident in the Dune Sea.
I'm glad to see you've offered your assistance.
We've been incredibly fortunate to have Colonel Golar join us. His expertise has been nothing short of invaluable to this team.
Thank you, Lord Rivik. Such high praise, especially considering the results of this mission.
What do you mean?
I've led many expeditions that were largely successful despite their dangers, but this one is unusual. Our time here has been relatively uneventful, yet we haven't learned much. Every fragment of every artifact found in these ruins has been examined twice over, but we still can't conclusively say why Darth Null built the machine inside this fortress. But with you here, perhaps we'll grow closer to solving this mystery. Anything you and Lord Rivix could tell me about your time here would be helpful.
No, I don't believe it.
What's happening?
That feeling I couldn't explain. I didn't think it would be this. This was from Darth Null's machine? That Malgus destroyed?
It was.
Darth Null. She was a child of the Emperor.
Valkorion had other children. Arkans never mentioned them.
Not that kind of children. The children of the Emperor were a secret weapon. Kind of like the servants we stopped from killing Master Satele. They've both been around for centuries. The big difference is the servants blindly follow the Emperor. That wasn't the case for the children. The Sith would take people and implant them with a small piece of the old Emperor's power. Then he could control them, make them do whatever he wanted. Most of the children weren't even aware of what had been done to them. Not until it was too late.
But the Emperor is gone. If he had any control left over the remaining children, that connection has been severed.
This begs the question, Why would Malgus take such an interest in a pawn of the former Emperor? A centuries-old pawn at that. If only there was someone who could tell us more.
Your dramatics are getting tiresome, Rivix. If you know something, say it.
As you wish. According to the records we obtained, 2 dig teams were originally sent to Elam, one from the Republic and one from the Empire. Every member of both teams has been accounted for except one. A young Jedi named Sahar Katin. All of our personnel files indicate that she's the Padawan of the Jedi historian who led the Republic's expedition team, Master Denom Orr.
If she's the only surviving witness, she could have much to tell us.
And you're gonna ask her nicely, right? No Sith interrogation techniques.
That is something to decide when we locate the Padawan, but finding leads will take time. Until then, I have a suggestion. Speak to Malgus.
You think he'll say anything?
Not willingly, but the certainty he's placed in his own schemes can be used against him. If that fails, I'm sure that a little encouragement will compel him to reveal something useful. The path forward grows ever longer, it seems.
So confront Malgus on this Jedi Padawan. Speaking of,
Rakan. It's me. It's Sahar. Wait. Rakan. Please. Stop. What is wrong with you? I risked everything to be here and you won't even listen to me. If I hadn't saved you, who knows what these slavers would have...
What in blazes are you talking about? I'm not a slave.
But I thought...
You left. You don't know anything. This should have been my fight. My chance at greatness. But you stole it from me. Again.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Rakan. For everything. I shouldn't have spoken to you like that, and I'm sorry for leaving you behind. I regret it. All the time. I would give anything to go back and do things differently. I know I can never completely make it up to you, but please, can I at least try? You're all I have left. Whatever you need, I can help you.
I don't need you. But I do know someone who can use you. Follow me. Keep up and keep quiet, or you're finished.
Mandalorians were holding him. For which side? Ah. And we're back here on Vikan Space Dock.
Withholding vital wartime resources is a crime. Do your part to ensure victory.
And a balance of power is ending shortly. And we're going to have the Bounty Brokers Association begin once again. Later on today, we're going to have the operation, or the story operation, reset as well. We'll have Zund from, I think there's a quest available from Oricon. Haven't seen that one yet. But I think we also have the option of the Dread Fortress and Dread Palace. Hopefully, anyway.
There you are. We tried warming him up, but it went about as well as you'd expect.
He wasn't particularly forthcoming. Perhaps you'll have better luck?
Let's talk about Elam. What were you doing in Darth Nul's fortress? You're really not going to say anything? Give us some privacy.
Out of the question. I'm not leaving you alone with him.
I think this is the best way to get him to say something.
We'll leave you to it. Don't let your guard down.
You and I are very much alike. I couldn't stand it when my mind was at the mercy of another. I don't fault you for wanting to break free. But there's one thing I don't understand. Why are you so interested in a child of the Emperor?
You are hopeless.
What did you say?
You're a fool. A witless, miserable wretch. And your desperate flailing against the inevitable is pathetic. You failed to see what was right before your eyes. Darth Nul was no child of the Emperor. She was the first. The mother of them all. Darth Nul created the children of the Emperor. She hunted the quarry. She broke them, indoctrinated them. His power, his will, but her methods, her inventions, until the Emperor no longer found her useful.
Why are you telling me this?
Because it changes nothing. Keeping me here changes nothing. Do you think the secrets buried in that fortress will stay hidden forever? This is beyond your control. Everything my plan required to succeed has happened. My vision will come to pass. Nothing you do will stop this.
That's what you believed the last time you tried this. What happened then? You failed, Malgus. Whatever it is you started, I'm ending it.
We didn't bring up the Jedi Padawan, but we could possibly infer, of course, that even though he failed, the one witness who escaped may be carrying on his will, even unintentionally.
Darth Nul created the children of the Emperor? That's way worse.
Malgus must have wanted to create something similar. An army of unwitting slaves.
He rebelled against the Empire with willing soldiers, and he failed. This time he wanted to completely control his followers.
Maybe. It's not like he'd be the first Sith to try something like that. Did Malgus say anything else?
He said that capturing him stopped nothing, that Null's secrets wouldn't stay hidden forever.
Sounds like he was bluffing. Scourge and I spent years hunting down the last of the old Emperor's followers, and even we didn't find anything about Null.
And since we became aware of her existence, no one in the Force Enclave has found anything.
Non-existent records, a ruined fortress. The Emperor obviously got rid of Null and destroyed all of the evidence for good measure.
Not everything, apparently.
What do you mean?
While you were questioning Malgus, Darth Rivik sent us these audio files. They were recovered from a datapad his team found after you left Elom.
Expedition report. Day 4. Jedi Master, Denon Or, Elom Recovery Team Leader. The more we examine the powerful device at the center of these ruins, the more concerned I become. There is a dark energy that radiates from it. One that I recognize all too well. I fear how being so close to it affects Sahar. But I must put my uneasiness aside for now. My focus must be finding and destroying the holocron Null left here. All of her designs, her plans, could be within. I will not stop until I erase every last dark stain left by the children of the Emperor. I must rectify all that we have done.
The children of the Emperor had a Jedi in their ranks.
He wasn't the only one. Master Orr mentioned a holocron. I didn't see one at the recovery team's camp.
Neither did I.
Didn't see anything about a holocron on the artifact list the recovery team sent over.
So we've got a missing Padawan and a missing holocron. Could be unrelated, but I stopped believing in coincidences a long time ago.
We should focus on locating the holocron before someone else decides to use it. And there's no guarantee that it's in the possession of Master Orr's Padawan.
We shouldn't commit to doing anything with the holocron until we've studied it ourselves. There may be something on it that benefits us.
There won't be.
Any major decisions can be made once we actually locate Sahar Katin or the holocron.
Fair enough. This has all been a lot. I think I'll go meditate for a while.
While we're on the subject of locating Darth Null's relics, I believe Arkan has an update on the investigation you tasked him with.
The search has been difficult. This world is even more unusual than Sanoray could have prepared me for. But I found something. There are ruins here abandoned long ago. What is left of the walls are covered in strange markings that I do not recognize. I tried to go further inside, but an overwhelming force energy keeps me from entering. Whoever left this place did not want it disturbed. Without a closer look, it will be impossible to learn anything about what Darth Null left here. I'm sorry. I feel as though I failed you.
We know more now than we did before you left. That's something.
If Arkin requires assistance, I am ready to offer it. I will go to these ruins and search them myself.
I would appreciate any support that can be spared, but the final decision is yours.
If you need help, then it's yours. Sana Ray will join you soon.
Thank you. I will prepare for her arrival, and we'll return to Odessa as soon as we know more. I will not fail you again.
That was everything on the agenda.
I appreciate all of your hard work, but there's still so much left to do. Let's get back to it.
Clear your head. Got lovely instructions. Normally when it tells us to do that, it means go take a walk along the railing leading towards our ship. Funnily enough, it is actually taking us in that direction.
Did you see the way that imp glared at me?
Obviously Admiral Igo should have left by now, but we have Commodore Pardax here as our able replacement.
Jate, you answered.
Shae, it's been a while since we spoke like this.
That it has. Been a long hunt, but I found the vermin's nest. It's on an old dirtball of a planet called Runic. Looks like the traitor got a lot more spineless parasites to rally around her than I planned for. I know my limits. I can't take her down alone. Too many fools standing between her and me. But if you help me cut through the trash, I'll make her face me. We can end this once and for all. It's time for Heta Kol to pay.
Seems all of our destinies are converging on the world of Runic. That is also just so happens where that Padawan has journeyed to as well. Excellent. Very well. Yeah, it seems that we're going to be meeting up with Shae Vizla and traveling to this secret staging area of the hidden chain on the world of Runuk. Very well. I suppose this is a perfect place to take a break once again. And when we come back, we'll go see what the hidden chain has in store for us, and what else we can learn about this Padawan, and the holocron she rediscovered from Elam once it left Malgus's grasp. As always, there's a lot to digest there, a lot of story to try and comprehend and consider in which direction it may travel, but hopefully you've all enjoyed this part. As always, feel free to leave a comment if you so wish, and hopefully I'll see you for even more next time, where we'll go see how Shae Vizla's investigation has went on, and what we may encounter on the Hidden Chain's planet of operations. Until then, though, I hope you all take care. Bye-bye now.